Now at 5:30, many school districts have decided it is just too cool for classes. We'll tell you which schools have canceled class today during this Arctic blast.
Also on WKYT this morning, emergency responders often have a tough time in colder weather. We'll tell you how they prepare for the intense cold and how they try to keep others safe.
Intense cold is a good way to put it. We're sitting there with extreme wind chills right there below zero for almost all locations. And we're also looking at temperatures right around zero. Are we looking at record lows today? And also, what about your weekend? Could we get a little bit of a warm up? I'll show you that coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT This Morning.
Good morning and welcome to WKYT This Morning. Delighted you're with us on this very cold start to this Thursday. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Rebecca Smith. You do not want to play around with these cold temperatures. Really can get to dangerous levels.
Very quickly. We're right around zero. The actual temperature colder than that with those wind chills. Let's check in with WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris, who's tracking weather for us. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, current temperatures were sitting there at zero in Lexington and also Frankfort. Right around 1 degree for a lot of locations. And down toward the south, the winds are not really picking up much. There's barely any wind at all. So we're actually above zero. We're right there. Wherever you see that on the screen, you can see that on the wind chill. It's not changing at all. Now, as you go toward the bluegrass and northbound, Lexington has been much colder than everywhere else, which I still think this is a bad reading out of Lexington because everywhere else is nowhere near it. So it just doesn't work that way. So most of us 0 to about -10 there for wind chill as you're stepping out the door, unless you're down in the southern zones. That's where you're sitting above zero for wind chill. Today's forecast feels more like -5 to -10 degrees in many locations there by 8 a.m. So that's going to be the coldest portion of your day. Heading into the afternoon, hey, we get some sunny skies. It'll be a cold one, but at least the sun shines out there. That's going to help us out big time. Maybe even a snow chance tomorrow. I'll show you the latest forecast off towards your weekend coming up.
All right, Micah, thank you. And so as a result, many school district leaders in Kentucky have decided it is just too cold for school today.
With below zero wind chills, schools have canceled classes to keep students safe from these just lowering temperatures. WKYT's Mark Barber is live from the Fayette County School District Center on Richmond Road. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Rebecca and Bill. Dozens and dozens of school districts in central Kentucky have canceled classes today. Fayette County, Scott County, Madison County, and Jessamine County have all called off school for the day. In all, close to 80 school districts here have canceled classes. Now, in case school districts are forced to close schools due to either sickness or extreme weather, school districts are starting to let parents know what they can expect to see. In many districts, including Jessamine County, they are starting non-traditional instruction classes today, meaning that students will be completing their assigned classwork from home on computer programs using the internet. Now in Jessamine County, they say their makeup days will begin after students have missed 11 days of school. Now school districts are also starting to let parents know when school will close. They say their last day of school in Jessamine County will be May 27th, and graduation will either be on the 27th or the 28th. Now when it comes to the decision to close schools for the day, school leaders say there's not a set temperature that they watch for. Instead, they say they just watch the forecast very closely and make their best judgment calls.
When it gets in single digits, it's really difficult to have school. Kids standing out, and just a few minutes can be frostbitten, even when they're wrapped up pretty good.
Now, as this extremely cold snap continues through the next few days, we could see even more closings. For a full list of which schools are delayed or closed, visit our website, WKYT.com, and click on the Closings tab. Live in Lexington, Mark Barber, WKYT.
Mark, thank you very much. Get warm. We'll see you in a few minutes. First responders also have a tough time, of course, during the colder weather.
They have to prepare themselves for the brutal temperatures and help out others as well in the process. WKYT's Whitney Wetzel is out live continuing our team coverage from downtown.
Good morning. Well, these bitter cold temperatures are making things tough for emergency responders. Luckily, though, Lexington police say that tonight has been a relatively quiet night. They've only had to take one person to a local warming shelter. Other than that, the streets have been pretty quiet and bare because of these frigid temperatures. However, officers are going around looking for people out in the cold who need to get into a warm place to stay. But this bitter cold creates tough working conditions for police, firefighters, and other emergency responders. Police say they have to layer up because they just don't know what situations they'll have to deal with overnight, but it is certainly something that they have to prepare for.
We just dress warmly. I mean, we have plenty of equipment to stay warm.
Now, officers also want to remind people to not leave their pets outside, and if you do see anyone out on the streets that looks like they need some help or a warm place to go, give police a call because they can help those people find warm shelter. Live in Lexington, Whitney Wetzel, WKYT.
Whitney, thank you very much and well done. It's 5:36 now.
As the weather gets colder, many people are heading to warming centers if they do not have shelter from the cold.
Many warming centers are staying open into the weekend to make sure that people have somewhere to go that is safe. WKYT's very own meteorologist Jim Caldwell is live this morning from outside the Community Inn on Winchester Road. Jim, good morning to you. This is an intense situation, huh?
Oh, you better believe it. I mean, we are dealing with some pretty tough cold. And Micah was talking a little while ago about how some folks are still in single digits as far as wind chills are concerned. And what we have here is just a very, very weak breeze that's blowing to make it feel even worse. So extremely uncomfortable. And of course, we keep throwing that word dangerous out there because it is actually dangerous. Warming centers, of course, have been opening up here the past couple of days in wake of all of this cold. And we are in front of the Community Inn where folks are nice and warm on the inside. And many others, not just here, have opened up through Lexington and even out across parts of eastern Kentucky as well in order to help folks that don't have heat, that might not have a place to go, come in and stay warm through the day. And I'll tell you what, with the temperatures where they are right now, you need to find some kind of spot, or those folks need to find some kind of spot to get to because of the extreme cold. It is tough out here, guys, and we will send it back to you right now. In Lexington, I'm WKYT meteorologist Jim Caldwell.
All right, thanks so much, Jim. Try to stay warm out there. Well, you do not want to forget about your pets on days like this. In Lexington, a city ordinance requires pets be brought inside when it gets this cold. Lexington Fayette Animal Care and Control says they get numerous calls when the temperatures drop. Even animals meant to be in cold weather, like huskies, should not stay outside for too long. If they have to be outside for whatever reason, proper bedding like hay or wood shavings can help protect pets, but you just really want to bring them inside. Animal Control says in some cases, pets can be removed from the home for further care if they have been left outside too long.
Just a day to make a lot of checks you might not normally do. And stay with WKYT for continuing coverage of this Arctic blast. You'll find updated closings, delays, and weather information as well at WKYT.com. 5:38 is our time this morning. On the first day of the 2015 legislative session, police arrested a Kentucky state senator. Police say they charged Senator Brandon Smith from District 30 with DUI after a traffic stop Tuesday night in Frankfort. They say they originally stopped him for speeding, but the arresting officer smelled alcohol on his breath. Police say Senator Smith blew a .08 on his .088 on his breathalyzer test. That is above Kentucky's legal limit. But he was back at work at the Capitol yesterday. We asked him about the arrest, and Senator Smith acknowledged it, but said his attorney advised him to stay quiet.
Police are still searching for a 13-year-old Ohio girl they think could be with a Richmond man. Police say Caitlin Walters hasn't been seen since December 30th. She lives in Wayne County, Ohio. Police think she could be with 27-year-old Walter Dunn of Richmond. He's been named a person of interest in the case. Richmond police searched Dunn's home Tuesday, but say it appears to have been abandoned. The FBI says investigators found Dunn's car in Knoxville on Wednesday, but the Kentucky license plate on it had been removed. Well, this morning, the terror alert in France is at its highest level as police hunt for two heavily armed men who allegedly shot and killed 12 people at the office of a Paris magazine.
The Prime Minister of France says the two suspects were known to French secret services, and 7 people connected to the suspects are now in custody. Alfonso Van Marsh is in Europe now with the latest on the investigation.
Authorities stood guard outside this residence east of Paris this morning as French police raided an apartment inside looking for 2 remaining fugitives. In their hunt, they're circulating this wanted poster, along with new images of 34-year-old Saeed Kouachi and his 32-year-old brother Sharif. A third suspect has already turned himself in. The massive manhunt for the French nationals began yesterday. Officials say the suspects stormed the Paris offices of Charlie Hebdo with machine guns and opened fire. The masked gunman then exchanged gunfire with police outside. In the end, 12 people were dead, including the magazine's editor, several cartoonists, and 2 police officers.
This appeared to be both well organized, well planned, well executed.
Amid fears of more violence, security has been increased in Paris and across the country. Hundreds of soldiers are now guarding media offices, places of worship, and other sites. In a video released just days ago, a French jihadi in Syria issued a chilling order urging followers to commit violence in France for helping the U.S.-led effort against ISIS.
The French have always been considered a legitimate Western target.
Al-Qaeda also recently called for the murder of Charlie Hebdo's editor for its depictions of the Prophet Muhammad. As authorities work to determine if either group is behind the attack, the City of Lights and the people of France began a national day of mourning. Alfonso Van Marsh, CBS News.
Now, the magazine had been targeted before for publishing cartoons depicting the Prophet Muhammad. Witnesses to the shooting Wednesday say the masked attackers spoke fluent French and called out the names of specific magazine employees. 11 others were wounded in the Paris attack.
Well, after some people stole heating and air units in Whitley County, deputies are asking for your help to identify the suspects. You're looking at pictures of a truck possibly involved. Deputies say the theft happened on Christmas Eve at the Edgewood mobile home community in Williamsburg. They think 2 heating and air units, 2 winches, and a copper line set were stolen. 2 men are suspects in the theft.
The Montgomery County Board of Education has voted not to renew the superintendent's contract. The Mount Sterling Advocate reports the board also suspended Josh Powell with pay. Powell drew criticism last year for the district's policy that did not allow critical comments during the school board meetings there.